uh, family story is also about the Indian economy. It has broader perspective. So when I'm shooting daily, I don't like to see my dad in this situation. But when I'm shooting every day, uh, I think it is kind of giving me certain relief in the situation. Um, yeah, I mean, that's why, I mean, there is not a really good answer why I do this work. It's just I have really strong emotion towards my family, and uh, so yeah, I love to shoot my daily life and my family life.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
we have so many problems, in our society, in our life. And everyone, I mean, most of the photographers, they want to project others story and others problem. And what about us, our life, and our society? So yeah, that's why I really care about my family, and I would love to share some of my life story.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you actually raised an interesting question. I have an uncle who's actually survived several strokes and is doing quite well, or as well as he can in those kind of situations, and has a very much of a joy of life, in my opinion, and everything. But I do know that certain cultures have histories of high blood pressure and hypertension and diabetes and other things that cause stroke. And I don't know enough, like I said, about the Indian culture. Is that like a common health concern in India where people are having lifestyle choices that are causing these kind of things, or is your dad not that normal, or is it in terms of having a lot of those kind of illnesses, or is that something that is striking y'all as much as it is here in the States? Because I know here in the States, it's a lot of fast food living, and people that are having other kinds of habits that might cause those things to happen. And then certain cultures have higher risk than others. Definitely the African American culture sometimes has a higher risk than some of the other cultures. So I was just wondering, in India, is it as common what your dad has, or is it something that's not as common?
I think it's more, obviously, lifestyle is involved in this case, but it's more about the Indian economy, because the low income and the big family, if you have the big family and you have to, spend money, but you don't have money, then it's really, on pressure on you. So it's just because of that. And obviously, not most of the people, they don't eat healthy food, most of the oily food and all this stuff. But uh, if you have money, you can buy good food, you can have healthy lifestyle. So the big problem is the education. And because education is the main problem in India, most of the people, they don't have the proper education and they don't know the things. And uh, obviously the jobless people. So, and too many people in family, and then the pressure. So yeah, it's everything.
Yeah, because the one thing I do know about India, and historically, well, I mean, the two things that everybody I think knows, unfortunately, is of course everybody knows, like, just like people in the know of African American culture, they automatically think of like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and some of the famous sports figures like Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali and things of that nature. When folks think of India, they automatically think, of course, of Gandhi, and they think of the caste system. And I'm not even sure how prevalent that system still is in that country. So is that still something that is very prevalent, or is it less prevalent than say it was some 50 or 60 or 100 years ago?
Uh, I think religion is the main problem in India also. Just I think it's ongoing protest we have. It's a CA and RC protest is because of the the caste system and Hindu Muslim thing. Though I don't believe in religion that much. I mean, not that much. I don't believe in religion. I have Muslim friend. I have Hindu friend. It's not it doesn't matter what's your religion, but uh, like I told you that most of the people, they don't have really good education, so they are really they believe in religion too much, and their life is surrounded by the religion. Even during the COVID-19, they worship God. They have the belief that God can help us. It's like too much about the religion thing, um, Hindu Muslim problem everywhere. Uh, Most of the people, they don't trust other people just because of the religion thing, and so many protests and riots is going on everywhere.
Wow. And you're right. Religion does play that kind of role with a lot of people. I mean, we see that even here, where people are oftentimes letting the religious aspect of life overweight some of the other aspects that are going on and things of that nature. So we definitely see that happening. So even here in the States, that becomes a very much of a issue. So I can agree with you that that is very much of an issue that goes on a regular basis. So I definitely would agree with you on that. Trying to get so that we can actually see some of the pictures. So I'm trying to share the screen and everything, and hopefully we'll get there very shortly so folks can see some of your great work. That's what I'm trying to get to. Oh, there we go. There's one of the pictures that is there. I'm going to get to one that really fascinated me and everything, and just wanted you to talk a little bit about it once I can get to it and see what you have to say about it, because there was just so many great pictures. Tell us a little bit about this picture. I mean, this was over here, I assume near a water area, and I assume it's near your country and everything. I see the dog in the background, and it looks like they're gathering water and things of that nature. So I want you to talk a little bit about that picture. I think you can see it on your side as well. I try to make it so that the folks that are looking on Facebook can see it, as well as just get some of your comments on it, and just let folks know a little bit about your work. But this is one of the pictures that definitely struck me, and of course the ones around your personal projects, and I want to talk a little bit about them. But we'll just start with this one. If you can just share with our listeners and our folks that are watching on Facebook Live a little bit about this particular picture.
So this picture is just published in Washington Post magazine, and I was working with a NGO. It's a European NGO, and I was actually a fixer, so I have to translate and everything. But I my role as a photographer also. So I shot this picture in Puri. We have a beach called Puri in Odisha, India. So they are actually fishermen. There are so many fishermen. And I took this picture after Cyclone Fani hits the Puri beach actually. It's a morning time, and all the fishermen, they are collecting the fish and they are going to the fish market. So it's like a daily life scene again. And yeah, you can see the Puri Sea beach. It's a daily life scene.
It's a wonderful picture, and I really like that one. And of course, the pictures that you do revolving around your family members are always amazing and things of that nature. Now, one of the pictures you do, you talk about something called the silent feature of the Indian women movement. And of course, there's definitely a very rich movement here among like the feminist culture and things of that nature. And I was just wondering, has there been a push to get more rights for women in India? Because I do know that in a lot of countries around the world, women don't get the kind of respect that, in my mind, they deserve and need. I mean, very much of many cultures are more patriarchal, and it's all about the being man dominated, and the women don't always get respect. And I was just wondering, is that the case there in India? And if so, is it being challenged a lot? And if so, how is it being challenged?
Obviously, it's a big problem in India too, and we are facing this problem, and from ancient time maybe, and even it's changing day by day, but it's not really. We are not really in a good situation right now, but. I think now Indian women, they know their rights, and they are fighting for their rights. Like you can see, I mean, in many cases, like in arts and politics, women are they are coming out, and they are not only the housewife. I think Indian women are, they are strong, and they can do uh, I mean work in home, and also work outside. And this work I did on my grandma. It's an ongoing project, and she is, I think, very positive, and every evening, I mean, I see so many photographers, they do projects on old women. It's all about how sad they are in a very bad situation. That's also true, but not everyone in this situation, like my grandma. She is so positive, and she does her daily work, and she spent her time with young people, so that she can learn new things. So I think it's a positive story about women, and uh, I mean, worldwide, things are changing, and it will be changed soon, I think.
Yeah,
And
and she seems like she's just so full of life. That's the impression I got from the pictures with it. Even, and I don't know what age your grandmother is, but it just seems like she's so full of life and is definitely has that kind of energy. I know there's a young woman here, and I'm going to use that term very loosely, that here in Durham, North Carolina, who's 102 and still very much involved in things. Lady by the name of Miss McLaughlin. And then there's another one that I read about, but I think was up in New York, but she just recently got had to stop her job because she was volunteering. I mean, she was volunteering at like I want to say a nursing home or something like that. So she was volunteering with other people that were younger than her, but still, considered elderly. But she was doing a lot of volunteering work, and because of COVID-19, she had to stop volunteering. But when I read the article about this particular woman, and like I said, I think she was in the New York area, she was like saying, as soon as this is over, and as soon as I can go back to volunteering, I'm going to go back to volunteering. And that's the kind of energy that I got from looking at the pictures of your grandma. It looks like she's still very much involved, still very much doing things in y'all society. And, if a new game came around and she could figure out how to play it, I got the impression that she would try to figure out how to play that game. Like if a new computer game or something came along that you wanted to teach her, that she had that kind of energy, that she was still engaged and would still be trying to learn new things, even at her age, whatever that may be. Hello?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
And even in photography, right now, when photographers, we are fighting for our rights, and same equal payment, obviously. uh, and I'm a member. I'm a member with the women photograph. They are really doing great for women photographers from all around the world, and they have really good opportunities for women photographers right now in this COVID-19 situation. They are providing emergency fund to women photographers.
Yep. So that's great that they're doing that kind of relief for y'all and trying to get y'all to do even more work and things of that nature. So that's great. Tell us how the Reuters job came about, because I know that you're working for Reuters, and then I also want to learn about your trip to New York and what that experience was like and what you enjoyed about New York. But if you would, please share with us a little bit about how you came about working for Reuters.
Oh well, actually, I got an call from I got a call from my editor from Reuters in 2019, and he offered me the job. It was really shocking because I didn't submit anything, and he was like, "Do you want to work with us?" I'm like, "Okay." I mean, it's a great offer for me because I was jobless. I mean, I was, I was then back then I didn't have nothing to do. So after that, I started working from Reuters, and I got some good stories. Even in this May, I think I pitched a story, and it already